So good to see you here on this Monday for our daily sit, and I'm going to be leading us through the sit today. I'm Jessica, and I'm here I'm sorry, I'm not going to admit people. I'm going to let Anna do that. So I just feel such gratitude for being here, and I'm here as a Romemu Yeshiva graduate, alum, and so we're here together today, and it's such a blessing. Today I want to just and were there any announcements that oh, Sarah's gone. Okay, so I don't think there are any announcements. I think the yeshiva right now is this meditation and Hasidic Masters, which happens Tuesday through Friday at 1 o'clock. However, I'm not sure oh yes, and then there's also the Seeding Our Dreams celebration, which Anna has put into the chat. And I'm going to ask my friend David here, do you remember if we're having Hasidic Masters tomorrow, or we're not meeting again until Thursday, I think?
I know we're not meeting tomorrow.
We're not meeting tomorrow. Okay.
Sarah had told me she thought we were meeting Wednesday. So okay. I can't swear to that, but that's the latest word.
Okay, so just so all of you know that we're not having Hasidic Masters tomorrow at 1, but there will be a sit tomorrow at 2. Okay, so just find your seat, whatever that is. If you're, there was somebody driving, so I will ask that driving person not to close your eyes, but everyone else, just find your seat, however that is, whether you're leaning against something, whether you're sitting with your spine straight, whether you are lying on the floor, whether you are standing, any of that is just fine. And if you're driving, just keep your eyes open throughout. And we'll start with our eyes open in a very, very soft focus. So you increase your peripheral vision. You begin to sense a kinesthetic awareness of the space that you're in. So that means your skin is seeing as well as your eyes, but your eyes are softening. So they're not seeing details as much as they're allowing the light to come in and waking up the periphery of your vision so you can kind of sense things happening on either side of you. And let's just focus on the breath for now. And if you'd like to, we're going to close our eyes eventually. And if you feel more comfortable with your eyes fully closed, that is absolutely fine. So I want you to think of your torso, and forgive me, there will be dog noise. So just, I'll be muting once we start the sit. But I just want to give some basic instructions. And if you want to ignore these instructions, please be my guest. But I just, if you'd like to focus on your torso from your neck to where your seat meets the chair as a six-sided box. The bottom of the box rests against the chair if you are sitting, or you can see it as where your legs connect to your torso. The top of the box is the line along the bottom of your vocal cords. The right and left sides are the right and left sides of your torso, and the front is your chest and belly, and your back is your upper back and your low back. And I just want to experiment with the idea of expanding the box as the breath falls in and watching the box get a little smaller as the breath releases out. If this image doesn't work for you, you can use the image of a balloon that fills up and expands all directions and then releases out, gets a little bit smaller. So with that, I'm just going to talk about the breath as falling in and releasing out, and this sense that we don't need to make breath happen. The body moves the breath. So as the breath releases out, the body easily, naturally replaces the breath. It flows in, fills the torso, and flows back out. And now just that idea of releasing breath in and out, feeling it as the natural process, releasing all the muscles that you do not need right now, your jaw, your ears, your shoulders. You can roll them up and away from your ears and away from each other. The ribs are softened towards the spine. And the spine is long from the base of your skull all the way to your tailbone. And as you work now, you can close your eyes if they're not closed. You can also keep them open. I just invite you to let the breath fall in, increase the size of your box, of your torso, or your balloon of your torso. Watch the breath release out, and then feel that pause between breaths as you rest empty, and then allow the next breath to fall in. So at this point, while we're just warming up our breath, we can try a 4-part breath. So you let the breath fall in, feel your whole torso, even your belly and your low back. And you feel yourself full at the top of the breath. Then the breath releases out. And you take a small pause at the bottom of the breath. And then allow the breath to flow back in. So those small pauses between breaths are like that still small voice. So you're gently empty, knowing that you can have a new breath whenever you want it. So you're not holding the breath, you're just acknowledging the pause. And as this easy relationship goes between the in-breath, the full moment, the out-breath, and the empty moment, just feel that ease. As your breath really moves your body, you can even give yourself an internal massage with breath. Good. And I'm going to offer a couple more instructions, and then we are going to, we're now going to begin the sit. I don't have my bell with me at this moment, but you'll hear it at the end. So just to allow the breath to flow in and out as you begin the sit. And in the small pauses between breaths, see if you find a kavanah, an intention for this sit. Is there someone you'd like to dedicate it to? Is there a piece of your own soul, your own self that you would like to strengthen and nourish during this sit? Is there something about the world that you want to give healing to? Whatever it is, find that in the still small space between breaths. And then allow the breath as it flows in and releases out to nourish that kavanah, that intention. And we'll just be breathing together for a while. We'll let you know when we're partway through and may offer you a couple of other suggestions. And then you'll hear the bell at the end of our 18-minute sit. If you find your mind wandering, you can gently bring it back to the breath. And if your mind is very active today, you can also count breaths, counting 1 on the inhale, 2 on the exhale, and see if you can stay present all the way up to the count of 10. And if not, you can gently, gently start again. And if your mind is active, you can gently acknowledge the thoughts that come up just by saying to yourself, thinking, and release the thought and let it go. Come back to the breath. Easily, gently. And in the second half of our sit today, you can either just keep doing what you're doing and let my voice be a gentle blur in the background of your sit, or if you'd like to try something with me, I can talk to you about Kriya breath, which is what I use often when I sit in the middle of a busy day. And that is just bringing the breath through the body with a particular color. Or you can use your kavanah as a mantra, your intention for this sit as a mantra, and say it as the breath flows in and out. Or you can choose a color. Red is the root chakra. Orange is the creative chakra nestled near our sexual organs. Yellow is the vital, vibrant chakra in our solar plexus. Green is the color of the chakra at our heart. Blue at our throat, at our voice. Purple or amethyst at our third eye. And white or silver at the crown. And you can activate one of these chakras by bringing a certain color with the breath. So you can ignore me, you can choose a color, you can silently chant your kavanah. And as you do, you bring the breath up. Imagine it coming up the front of your body, crossing to the back of your head at your throat, coming all the way up to your crown and circling down the front of your face, crossing over again at the throat and flowing out of your body, down your spine, out your tailbone and into the center of the earth. And this is just a cleansing that I sometimes do with breath. It's called Kriya breath. So imagine energy coming up through your feet, coming up the front of your body, crossing at your throat to the back of your head, coming around the top of your head, and then down with the out breath down your face, crossing over at the throat and all the way down your spine, blowing it out of your tailbone back into the center of the earth. I'll say it one more time. And you can use a color as you bring the breath in or an intention. So breath comes in, up the legs, up the front of the body, crosses to the back of the head, at the throat, comes to the top of the crown, down the face, crosses over at the throat, and goes all the way down the spine. And down back into the center of the earth. So if this is helpful, you can continue to do this breath, or you can continue to expand the torso, or you can count breaths, whatever is working for you. And I'll be silent for the last part of our sit, and then you'll hear a bell at the end. In the last moments of the sit, I want to invite you to really release your jaw, your shoulders, and allow this beautiful, beautiful breath be a connection to your own self, to the divine, to both a relaxation and an awakening to the rest of your day, to the intention that you chose at the beginning. And just take another 60 seconds. Your body as an open channel to this holy breath. Gently bring yourself back to your body. Feel your feet. Allow your eyes to gently open. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to hear a little bit of music on our way out and just be together here. And I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day wherever you are, however you are, allowing your breath to bring you closer to you and closer to the divine as you move through your day. As Anna is playing our music out. Thank you.